Good morning, students. Myself, Professor P.B. Ingde, and today we have to conduct the lecture number 3rd of a subject NCS, Non-Conventional Energy Sources and System, guys. So today, what is we discuss, guys? Today we have to discuss the solar radiation measurements. Okay. So how to measure the solar radiations? So we know that the solar energy which is come out from the sun incident on a earth surface, yes or no? Yes. So after inciding on a earth surface, we know that these are the different type of the radiation which are received on a earth surface. Which are the type of radiation? We know all this radiation. This is the nothing but the beam radiations. We know what type of the radiation is received. The radiation is received beam radiations, and second is what is diffuse radiations. And both of these, what is it is called as the total radiations, or another name is what is it is the global radiations. So these parts we already learned. So today our title is what is solar radiation measurement. So solar radiation is measurement by two devices. Okay. So what is if you consider the different type of the devices also available, so to measure the solar radiation we have the two devices. One is the pyranometers and another is the pyelometers. Apart from this also different type of the solar radiation instruments available, but our regarding the syllabus point of view, in our syllabus the pyranometers and pyelometer is considers. Yes or no? Yes. So why the needs of to measure these radiations? Three type of instruments. Another is what is we have the sunshine recorder also. Sunshine recorder also. We will discuss this later. Sunshine recorder also. So why the need of to measure the solar radiation? What is the reason? So measurement of the solar radiation are important because of the increase a number of solar heating and cooling applications, and the need for accurate solar radiation data to predict the performance. Experimental determination of a energy transfer to a surface by solar radiation requires instrument which will measure the heating effect of direct solar radiation and diffuse solar radiations. Yes or no? Yes. Because we know that day by day there are different solar energy application which is used for cooling purposes, or other is what is heating purposes. So how to design all these application? So for designing all these application, we should measure the radiation which is come from the sun on a earth surface. This radiation we will be measured. Okay. And after measuring this solar radiation, then we have to design the solar applications for particular area and for particular country or particular locations after the collection of the solar radiation data. Because what we design the cooling application or heating application instruments of solar energy, so for designing or fabrication we will need the solar radiation data. So that's why we study this topic, solar radiation measurement devices. Okay, and which are very IMP regarding the point of view. In exam always this question will be asked. Okay, so guys, first of all we define the pyranometers. So what is the role of the pyranometer to measure the global or diffuse radiation? What is we use? Pyranometers is designed to measure the global radiations. We know the definition of the global. Global means what is the sum of the beam plus diffuse radiation, nothing but the global radiations. Okay, usually on a horizontal surface, but can also be used on inclined surface also. Pyranometer also measure the diffuse radiation by using the shaded ring. Okay, we will be discuss this thing also now. Another is what is to measure the beam or direct radiations. So for measurement of the direct or beam radiation, what type of the device we have? We have the pyelometers. Is used to measure the beam radiation by using a long narrow tube to collect only the beam radiation from the sun at a normal incidence, guys. Okay. And another is a sunshine recorder is used to measure the intensity of a light throughout the day. For that purpose, we can use only the sunshine recorders. So guys, this is the design of the what is pyronometers. If you observe here, this is the pyronometers, and here is also this is the design of the pyronometers. You observe in this figure also. What is here? If you observe in, there is a glass will be used. This is the glass. These are the two R guard plates will be used there. Okay. So if you observe in this diagram, this is the one sectional view of these pyronometers. Actually, if you observe, so this design is nothing but the pyronometers. Okay, if you observe here, in this way we can measure the solar radiation. This cable is connected, okay, and to measure the solar radiation. So this is the pyronometer. If you observe here, there is a what is this glass will be there? Yes or no? Yes. So let's we explain this topic pyronometers. Guys, yes or no? Yes. So if you observe here in pyronometers, so for measuring the global radiation, we know the global radiation nothing but the what is sum of the what is beam radiation plus diffuse radiation, IB plus ID, nothing but the global radiation. So for measurement of this radiation, a black surface will be used. So if you consider here one at this position, this is the black surface. Okay, construction. Second is the glass dome. If you observe this one, this is the glass dome will be used there. Third is what is the guard plates. This is our guard plates. Four is what is the leveling the screw. With the help of this, we level this our instruments. Then another is what is mounting plate. Fifth number is what is this is the mounting. The whole assembly will be mounted on these plates. Then another what is the grounded bolts. With the help of these grounded bolts, the whole assembly is fit inside the structures. And 7 is what is platform. So inside the platform, the whole structure of the instrument is fitted with the help of these grounded bolts. So these are the components of the pyronometers. So pyronometer is the instrument which is measure a total or global radiation over a hemispherical field of view. If a shaded ring is attached, if you consider the shaded ring in this way, if you consider this shaded ring, it will be used. So after considering the shaded ring, what is the beam radiation is prevented from falling on an instrument sensor, and it measures only the diffuse component of the radiations. If you attach this shaded ring, what type of the radiation will be used? This is only the diffuse radiation is used. Diffuse radiation is measured. Same thing will be same, only the change is what is the change? Only the change in that there is a shaded ring will be theirs. Here boys, directly the solar radiation incident, but here whenever the solar radiation will be here, the radiation will be scattered, then after that it strike on this our pyrometer. So that's why these components, the shaded ring will be used for diffuse radiation purpose, and this is used for what is a total radiations. Total or global means what is IB plus ID. Yes or no? Yes. So here guys, if you observe in a pyrometers diagram, this is the also the diagram of the pyrometers. Okay, same diagram. This is the glass dome. Okay, there is a black surface. So inside the black surface, what is there? There is the thermophile will be used. Thermophile. What is the role of the thermophile? Thermophile means to convert the heat energy or thermal energy into the electrical energy. This is the definition of the thermophile or thermistors. So what is the definition? It is defined as to convert the heat energy or thermal energy into the electrical energy, nothing but the thermophile. It may be connected in series connection or parallel connection, it will be here. Okay guys, so this is the our structures. There is a, if you consider here, in most of the pyrometers, the sun radiation is allowed to fall on the black surface to which hot junction of thermophile is attached. So suppose this radiation incident in on the top positions, on this position, top position, suppose this is our diagram, this is the glass dome. Inside the glass dome, this black material will be used, black surface. There is this thermophile will be there. This is the black surface. So this black surface directly absorb the solar radiation. So whenever this black surface is absorb the solar radiation, what happens? Its temperature will be increases. So its temperature will be increases, then it becomes what is the hot junctions. So what is we call, it is called as the hot junctions. At the this position, the directly the solar radiation will be incident on this black surface. Yes or no? Yes. The cold junction of the thermopile are located in such way that they do not receive the solar radiations. And below that, boys, there is a cold junction will be there. At the top position is hot junction, and below there is a cold junctions. Suppose this is the hot junction, there is the thermopiles, and below there is a, what is this cold junction. This is the hot, this is the cold. So below the cold junction will be there. So this cold junctions, this cold junction does not receive any kind of the radiation because it is a below or inside the plates. That's why there is no reach any solar radiation toward the cold junctions. Only the solar radiation incident on the top surface. That's why it is called as the hot junctions. Okay. The cold junction of the thermopiles are located in such a way that they do not receive the radiation. As a result, the EMF is proportional to the solar radiation generated. So because of the temperature difference of this hot junction and this cold junction, due to this reason the EMF will be generated here. Okay. So after the EMF means voltage is generated, this range is from 0 to 10 millivolt. This much voltage will be generated. Okay, and can be read, recorded or integrate over a period of time with the regular calibrations. Okay, and we can measure this solar radiation data. Okay, so because of the temperature difference, cold junction and hot junction, there is a generation of the EMF voltage, and with the help of this connection we have to measure the solar radiation data, how much incident on this particular day or particular place or particular area, guys. Okay, so there are different types of the pyrometers we have. We have the different type. If you consider this one, okay, this one. So sir, apart from we have the different type of the pyrometer. This is the what is EPLA pyrometers. Always ask in exam, explain these pyrometers. So it is based on the principle as stated above that there is a difference between the temperature of the black surface and cold surface, which absorb the most of the solar radiation for this black surface. We know that. Okay, and the detection of the temperature difference is achieved by the thermopiles. So what the thermopile we have to use here? These thermopiles, we know that the conversion of the heat energy into the electrical energy, because the thermopile is located in between these two junctions, cold junction and hot junction, guys. Yes or no? Yes. It use the concentric silver glass. So there are different type of the thickness will be there. Yes or no? Yes. And this glass is used. Why use this glass? The glass is will be used to avoid the what is the effect of damage. Suppose if you not use the glass, no problem, but this glass is used to protect from the wind or air. So this dust is not directly contact our thermopiles, and our instrument is measured a correct reading without any kind of the air, guys. Okay, so this is the explanation about the pyrometers. Okay, so this is a simple construction, guys. Pyrometers. This is a diagram. You draw this diagram. This pyrometer will be used diffuse. Why? Because there is a use of only the shaded ring, and shaded ring not directly transfer the solar radiation over the pyrometer. After the scattering, then after that solar radiation will be received. That's why this pyrometer is also measure the diffuse radiations. Okay, this is the diagram, guys. This is the adjustment of the shaded ring. Okay, this is the shaded ring. This is the team. Okay, I refer this slide from the net, which is used to measure the global radiations. Yes or no? Yes. Now another instrument is, guys, what is pyelometers. This is also the very IMP always ask in exam to explain the pyelometers. Yes or no? Yes. So guys, pyelometers. So we know that the pyelometers are used to measure only the beam radiations. What is the use? This will be used for to measure the beam radiations. Beam radiation or nothing but what is a direct radiations. direct, not used for a diffuse radiations. Okay, and this pyhalometer is also the different type. This is the one is type is what is Ekstrom compensation pylometers, then about silver disc pylometers or Epele pylometers. So the exam always ask this, explain the angstrom compensation pyhalometers. So what is, you draw these figures. This is the diagram of the angstrom compensation pylometers. What is you consider here? In this pylometer, a thin blackened shaded magnesium strip is used. If you consider this one shaded, what is the size? The size is 20 by 2 by 0.1 mm. Okay, this magnesium strip will be used. Okay, is heated electrically, means what is we supply here current electrically until is at the same temperature as a similar strip which is exposed to the solar radiation. So we know that this strip is open into the radiation and this is not open into the radiation. There is a directly incident of the solar radiation, which radiation? Beam radiation, and there is no. But this shaded ring we have to supply the current. If you observe there is a connection. There is a connection, supply of the current. Okay. Then here is the supply of the solar radiations. So it is shown in figure under a steady state condition. Steady state means both the strips are identically a same temperature. This also and this in under steady state condition. Okay. The energy used for heating is equal to the absorbed solar energy. Okay. And thermocouples on the black, each strip connected in opposite through the sensitive galvanometers. If you observe, there is galvanometer will be used and connection of the sensor, what all the things, or null detector are used to test for the equality temperatures. Okay, means with the help of these galvanometers, suppose these both having a same temperature, so there is no any deflection, there is a null deflection inside the galvanometer. We know the galvanometer are used to measure the very small amount of the currents. Suppose that these two strips having different temperature, so there is a deflection of the needle inside the galvanometer. But after attaining the steady state condition, the galvanometer shows the null condition. That time we conclude there is a same temperature of this shaded strip as well as this exposed strip, guys. Okay. The energy H or direct radiation calculated by the formula. What is here? We use this formula HDN is equal to the Ki squares. Okay, HDN means nothing. What is a direct radiation incident on this plate? Okay, sun rays. This radiation will be HDN. I is what is the heating current in amperes. Okay, current supplied to this shaded strip. Then after that, K is what is? K is nothing but the what is the dimension and instrument constant. Then this I is also we determine. What is the formula for? R upon this W into alpha. R is nothing but the resistance per unit length of the absorbing strip. Okay, this is the resistance. Okay guys, R is equal to resistance. What is the formula? Resistance is ohm per meter for this strip. Okay, then W means the mean width of the observing strip. This shaded this exposed strip is what is the show by the, this is the width, capital W is the width, and alpha is the absorbing coefficient of the absorbing strip, and alpha is the coefficient of absorption of this exposed strip, guys. Yes or no? Yes. So this is the simple angstrom compensation pylometer are used to measure the what is a direct radiations. Now similar way, this radiation also used there, these ones. Yes or no? Yes. So look at here, guys, very simple. If you consider here about silver disc pylometers, what is here, guys? If you consider this is the what is the construction in the pylometers, there is the acceptance angles. This is the tube, blackened inside, alignment indicators, thermocouples, black observer plate, insulation, temperature concentrations, and electrical readout, and 2-axis tracking mechanism. 2-axis means is track the sun in from the two direction, east and west direction. Means this pylometer will be changed their direction according to the position of the sun in a sky. So here inside the tube, how much the angle made intercept by this solar radiation? 5-degree acceptance angles. Okay, and this there is a this black observer plates. This black observer plates, then after that there is a thermocouples, is nothing but the thermopiles. We know the role of the thermopiles to convert the heat energy into what is electrical energy, to measure the nothing but the EMF will be there after generation of the voltage. So solar radiation is passing through the tube and inside on this black surface. This black surface is top position, nothing but the hot junction. Below that there is a thermopile, and below that what is, there is a cold junction. So because of this temperature difference, there is a what is generation of the EMF. So temperature compensation. Then after that, what is the this heat energy convert into the electrical energy, and we measure the reading, electrical read out, guys. Okay, this is the alignment indicator will be used to make the properly alignment of this tube with the sun rays. Then a tube is black inside. Why black inside? To absorb the lot of radiation. That's why the tube is inside the black. Okay, guys. So so this is the diagram of these pylorimeters. Okay, angstrom pylorimeters. These are the figures. Some figures we have. Right, guys. So in this way we can measure the solar radiations. Now another instruments we have, the name is what is the sunshine recorders. Okay, and what is the role of the sunshine recorder? To measure the intensity of a radiation throughout the day. This will be measured with the help of the sunshine recorders. What is the construction? There is a glass sphere, there is a spherical bowl with grooves, then marble base, grouted boards and platforms. So what is the construction, guys? If you observe in figure, so this is the sunshine recorders. Okay, this is the glass, this is the this bowl, there is a connections, and these are the guard plates. Okay, this glass is magnifying the solar radiations. Okay, so how it is work? These are the card strip which is placed inside this bowl shape. ये जो बाउल शेप दिख रहा है इसके अंदर ये कार्ड फिट रहता है बच्चों. Okay, in this way if you observe, this is the glass ball, this is the sunshine card which is fit inside the this glass bowl. Okay, look at this here is also, this is the card. Okay, so how measure? To consider here, a glass ball focus the sun rays like magnifying the glass to burn the hole in the cardboard recording sheet. This is the cardboard recording sheet. There is a one strip of the cards is fitted. Suppose if you consider in 10 a.m. okay, then after that the cloud, then 2 p.m. So at 10 a.m. the maximum intensity of a light. Okay, so because of the maximum intensity, the card is burned at this particular timing. Okay, there is a burn spot will be there, the gap. Okay, then after that 10 to 2 p.m. there is a clouds, not maximum intensity of a light, but at 2 p.m. once again the more intensity of a light, then particular this time this card is once again burned. So we obtain this black spot or hot spot on the cards, and after remove this card, what we detect, we consider on this particular time there is a very high intensity of a light throughout the day. Therefore, or because of that, the card is burned. And the gap in the burning represent the time where cloud cover the sun and preventing the burns. तो इसके बीच में जो ये दिख रहा बच्चों गैप, तो यहाँ पे आप समझ सकते हैं कि कम इंटेंसिटी होंगी लाइट की, उसके वजह से कार्ड जलानी. और ये 10 पे और 14 पे जब हम देख रहे हैं तो वहाँ पे ज़्यादा इंटेंसिटी लाइट की, इसलिए ये यहाँ का जो कार्ड है ये बंद हो गया, यहाँ पे हमको हॉट स्पॉट मिल गए. सो इन दिस वे गाइज we have to measure the intensity of a light with the help of these sunshine recorders. Okay, so I stop here, guys. We discuss all the instruments, pylorimeters, then pyhalometers and sunshine recorders. In an exam, this pyhalometer is always asked. This pyrometer is also asked. Okay, angstrom compensation pylorimeter asked for 7 marks. So you should draw the diagram, explain the construction and workings. So in next lecture, we have to discuss the one simple numericals and some 3 or 4 equations. Okay, and then after that this unit will be finished. So I stop here, guys. If you like my videos, so please share my videos with your friends or another college friends, and subscribe my YouTube channel to press the bell icon buttons. So stay at home, stay safe. Thank you very much.